How often do we say, I will start tomorrow, I will do it when I have more time, or someday I will finally get into doing it? Whether it's pursuing our dream, learning a skill, or making a big life change, we tend to postpone the things that truly matter, thinking we will have more time later. But the reality is, life doesn't wait, and before we know it, someday becomes never. I first heard about Someday is Today through Deep Dive with Ali Abdal. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced this, but this is where Ali interviewed the author Matthew Dicks, and their conversation really stuck with me because of Dicks' approach to productivity and creativity. So to be honest, I found his tips being very much incredibly practical, so I got curious and searched for the book. Once I started reading, I realized how much it resonated with my own past struggles, where I used to waste my own time waiting for the perfect moment and overthinking instead of doing. Dicks doesn't talk about time management, he talks about life management. His insights challenge us to stop postponing our dreams and start making the most of every single day. So in this video, I will break down some of the most powerful lessons from the Someday is Today with real life examples of how we can actually apply them. If you ever felt stuck, unmotivated, or trapped in the cycle of procrastination, this might be just the mindset shift you need. So the first thing to think about is the 100 years old plan. So this is all about actually imagining your older self advising you on how to use your time wisely. For example, you feel too tired to work on your side project after work, but your 100 years old self would remind you that small but consistent efforts now will lead to something great in the future. How wonderful is that? The second tip is to think about 86,400 seconds, which is all about treating each day like a bank account with a set number of seconds. One example is that instead of spending all hours scrolling social media, use that very time to learn something new or take a small step forward on a particular goal. Another example is that, for example, if you have 10 minutes before a meeting, instead of just waiting seated there, you can use it to plan your next task or brainstorm an idea. The third lesson I got from this book, it is that things that don't deserve your time. It is important to identify and cut out of distractions and time wasters. For example, watching negative news all day long can actually add stress in your life. So it is very advised that when you are consuming something, you have to use your time wisely just for personal growth. The fourth lesson I got from this book is to not lose days to rotten people. Avoid toxic people who drain your energy. For example, if there is a coworker who always complains and never takes action, Instead of engaging in negativity with that coworker, redirect your conversation or just simply distance yourself. Another simple example is that if you have like a friend who is constantly criticizing your ideas, instead of just supporting your growth, you can limit your interaction and just focus on people who uplift you and who encourage you. Another tip that inspired me in this book is about saying yes to new ideas. And I have realized that the more you say yes, these open new doors for growth. And I am actually still learning and practicing this. What I can confirm is that every time I faced something that scared me and pushed myself to try it, I ended up receiving amazing opportunities that I am forever grateful for. A real life example for this happened in 2020 when I was working for an organization that was implementing a project that was phasing out. We were all supposed to look for other opportunities, and a colleague of mine saw a job post and encouraged me to apply. At first, I thought the position was too high for me, but to my surprise, I ended up getting hired. It was that moment that showed me how stepping out of my comfort zone can lead to unexpected and incredible opportunities. The next tip that actually came as a lesson for me, but I realized that I have already learned it from someone else, was about consumption theory. But in Matthew's book, Someday is Today, he called it Eat a Lot. So he highlights that by constantly consuming information and experiences will feed your creativity. For example, as YouTubers, if we are watching other content creators, reading books, and staying inspired can actually fuel our next great ideas. This is exactly what I'm doing right now in this video, because I have actually gathered information from his book, and now I am right now here sharing the insights that I got from this amazing book.